Yes, it's time for the new SAR. Okay, so let me get everything set up. We are set up. Good. All right. So we have SAR v5 version 1.6 and SAR v5 advanced version 15. It's amazing we're at version 15. It's gone through so many iterations, right? And so many great collaborators that I've had on this project, most of all Mr. Magic Mike himself, right? So this is really a labor of love and so many hours put into this. Okay, and so you know, this MFI filtering that we've had on SAR v5 advanced has been incredible. I know you guys on SAR v5 normal version haven't had it, and that ends today. Okay, MFI is coming for all SAR users, and it's such a powerful filter. Okay, I really love it. It's just, as far as eliminating tops and bottoms, it just doesn't get better than the precision of MFI, right? You move MFI, you know, 5 points, which five points on MFI, and it does amazing things. You can really fine tune where you're cutting off tops and bottoms. Okay, you can see here on my paper trading account, this is part of the SAR plus multi-range paper trade test that I've been running. Okay, and just on the SAR side, okay, we're 340% in 2 months. Just amazing. You can see actually shorts, right, 183% compared to longs, 158%. So it's actually, you know, we're talking about reversals and counter trend. SAR has been counter trading the pumps of the past 2 months really well, right? It's fantastic at that. Okay, and really this is what we're looking for, is, you know, when we're trading big bullish markets, right? We don't necessarily want those big bull moves. What we want is the beginning of the move, right? Just as it starts. So there are more beginnings of those moves, right? In that, using that meat strategy in the shorts. And so it tells you something interesting there. Okay, and again, I want to reiterate with paper trading, right? These results, 340%. This is paper trading, and again, it's not affected by slippage and the order book. So live results will be different. And so just to keep that in mind. Okay. And yeah, so MFI is really this incredible top and bottom sniper. And now, not only are we bringing this to SAR v5, we are adding MFI to automation. Okay. And so what does that look like? Let me bring up a chart here. What are we doing here? We got, there we go. Okay, so on SAR v5 advanced, what does that look like? We've got MFI. Okay, and I made this nice and simple, right? MFI max. We don't care about minimum when it comes to longs. We don't care about max when it comes to shorts. Okay, so you just have turn it on and off, and then you set your max. Okay, and this is just a beautiful filter, and we've got it for every single trend condition. Okay, this is now something where you can lean in if you're doing meat strategy, lean in and just like you can turn off ADX, turn off your SAR distance filters, turn off divergences, and just use your MFI max. And maybe you want to dial that in, put it at an 85, right? This is what we're talking about here. Okay. Actually, let's show this on shorts, right? Actually, look how nice that looks on medium, right? Look how nice that is. Just grabbing all that price action, not hitting that top. So I love that. That's perfect, right? Same thing with short degen. Right, we you know, I've got divs off here, and so if we want to lean in a bit, we don't want to catch that bottom. You can go a little bit heavier on MFI, right? Put it in a 25, put it in a 30, right? Just to get rid of those a little bit too aggressive there. But you guys know what I mean, right? This is that precision of cutting out tops and bottoms. It's just amazing. Okay, I really love this indicator, And that's really what we're looking at now with SAR v5 regular version. All right. By the way, look how nice SAR v5 was for the dump we had last week. We went no trend, right? If you're using Trend Automator, or if you just have, you're obviously, everyone who's on SAR is using the trend indicator that's built in. It went no trend for this dump, which is just so nice. You're not going to catch any longs because it's filtering out all of that. And then we went into short higher, right? So I love how this played out on this chart. And you can see here, and now that we're using MFI, it's very, very simple. Again, SAR v5 is for beginners, right? So it's just a matter of saying on or off, right? You just turn it on or off. That's it. Not having to go in and change it, 65, 70, 75, 80, whatever it is. You can just turn it on and off. And then the settings are whatever you set your default risk condition. So it's going to go like, I think it's 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, that kind of thing. Okay. And it's just a matter of going through the different default risk settings and turning on and off filters. That's how you do your custom settings, making it as clean, as smooth as possible for you guys to do your per pair settings. Okay. That's what we're all about. And you can just do global strategy settings. No problem. Turn on your global strategy settings, right? And then just go meet strategy, degen meet strategy, trend strategy, degen trend strategy. That's what we're talking about here. This makes it super easy to get started. And now MFI is built into your global strategy settings. Okay. Doesn't get better than that. Makes it very, very easy for you guys. Okay. Now, I'm going to cover V5 Advanced, and I'm going to get to you guys in SAR V5 normal version in a sec. Okay. And so, yeah, what we're looking at here, wrong screen. Give me a sec. Yeah, there we are. Okay, yeah. So what we're looking at for V5 Advanced is really being able to, lean off. You can turn off those other filters when you have MFI, when you want to lean in. As I showed you guys, right? You want to be able to eat up all that price action, like you can see here, right? Divs off, ADX off, SAR distance off, and just use MFI to get rid of those tops, right? This is so powerful. So and let's say I maybe I want a little bit more risk. I can do a 75, I can do an 80, right? And just grab a little bit more of that price action. And it's taking all those scalps all the way up. It just looks beautiful, right? And with scalping, it's about the volume of trades, the number of trades, right? That we want to bring that up. We want to catch as many as we can when trend is in our favor. Okay, and that's what it's all about. Okay, and yeah, with trend strategy. Okay, this is something interesting. When you get into that degen trend, it's all about being able to catch a lot of that move, right? It could be the end of the move though, right? We know this. We've been using meat strategy for a while, but now trend strategy, I think, is much better because you can add that MFI filter. So maybe you keep with that trend strategy and with divs off, with ADX off, right? I would maybe keep ADX on, honestly, in degen and just keep it less aggressive. But this is something where you can just use MFI, keep it maybe MFI a bit more aggressive, right? 85 is what I used here, but you can maybe go 80, 75. So get as much of that price action as you can. And then it will cut off tops and bottoms. So the trend strategy, I think, is we're breathing a new life into trend strategy with the MFI filter, right? We're not as afraid when it goes degen. We know degen is going to be the end of the move, right? It's gonna turn on you at some point, but we're using MFI so we can be more sure of ourselves during the degen trend. Okay. And then for meat strategy, you know, this is really where you can go so aggressive on especially medium, a little bit on the higher trend conditions, and still have MFI in there to protect yourself. You know, sometimes you can get moves that top out on a medium trend condition. You don't know necessarily what's going to happen, right? And so you have that MFI protection, which is amazing, right? It works so well. And so you can really lean in to your meat, right? To the meat of the move. You want to be able to catch that when you get that beginning of the move. You want to be able to get as much of it as possible, right? I want to get all this part in here, right? And when it's medium, when it's high, when it's just starting higher, and then when it goes degen, I want to be able to risk off. Like we said, that's in the meat strategy. We're gonna risk off, turn on ADX, maybe turn on divs, but we're gonna go super aggressive on medium. Okay. So that's where we're at. I don't want to. I know a lot of you guys are on SAR v5, so we're going to go into that now. Okay, and so with SAR v5 version 1.6, right? All you guys get the advantage of the MFI filter. Okay, and this is going to be so great at eliminating bags, and we've been really fortunate, lucky, and prospering over in VIP with SAR v5 Advanced with MFI. But the rest of you guys, I felt bad. Like some guys get a bag on SAR v5 normal version. I'm like, if only you'd had MFI there, I would have saved you. So that's really what we're talking about here. Now you've got MFI filter. Okay, and now what happens here, okay, is that you know, when you select MFI, oh yeah, I've got the values here. So this really tells you. So when you're at degen, it's 85 is the setting, and then highest is 80, and then medium is 75, lower is 70. Okay, and same thing with shorts. Degen is 15, allowing more trades in, then it goes 20, 25, 30. Okay, and so those are settings that are fixed. Okay, that's generally the range that I play in anyways. Sometimes I go a little bit on either side, you know. Mostly, you know, I would, you know, if I really want to risk off, I go into the 60s on longs and into the 40s on shorts, so that you're kind of missing out on that. That would be a reason to upgrade to V5 Advanced, or if you want somewhere in between those values, right, that you can really fine tune with MFI, and you'll just find like between like an 82 and an 83, it makes like a world of a difference. It's weird, but that's how it works. You can sort of do that more precisely with V5 Advanced if you're thinking about going to Advanced, but generally this works really, really well. And so when you're on V5 Advanced, where are we? Here we are. When you're on V5 Advanced, you know, like this is short higher. So what we can do, you know, disable divs, ADX, right? And then let's just see, what does it do with nothing, right? With nothing, it's gonna let's see if we can make this thing bag up. It's hard. No, it does not. So there's still some stuff built in there that's not allowing us to take those late trades. So I would maybe look at this degen trade getting a long stuck at this high, right? And so that's really where you could get stuck. You know, you take these trades off. Oh yeah, we're in global settings. That's why that happened. Now I see. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, so that's something, you know. Yeah, so yeah, now you're getting stuck. So we had global settings on. That's why we didn't see that. So yeah, so now you can see these late shorts coming in. We don't like those, right? And so we can go in and start fine tuning and looking at what we can do with this. So we turn on MFI filter. And right now it's on degen, so this would be a 15 value, right? And so we can start moving this up. Takes a little while. We got over 2,000 lines of code here. Yeah, see, so it's sort of cut out a little bit there. So we can move up to a short higher, and to a 20 on the MFI, and it starts to risk off there. We might need a medium if we're just using MFI, and that's something you guys should look at. You know, when you're not using ADX and divs and you're just using MFI, you can start to play around with this, right? You can use this, and then yeah, it doesn't work in all cases, so you can use a div and an ADX and all that stuff as well. Depends on the low or the high that you're looking at, and same with the divs up with these trades up here. You can use your MFI and start going down on this, right, and filtering out. And yeah, so we filter out those trades, bring in ADX, bring in divs, and hopefully we're cutting out that that long. It doesn't want to go down. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it seems to be we need a medium on there. All right, guys. So that's really what we're looking at there. We want to be able to take those longs, let it get out, get those shorts, get out there. All right, and not be involved in these areas here. Okay. So that's that. Let me see here. So yeah, so I would say MFI is useful for all trend conditions except for degen, right? If you're going degen meet or degen trend, right, you want to actually, I would say this is best for medium. Okay, so you want to keep MFI off for medium and MFI off for highest degen. And this is the way I've set up the global default settings, is that MFI is on in every case except for degen meet medium and degen trend highest. Okay, that's sort of gives you guys an idea of what you're working with. Okay, and then yeah, okay, so now I got to give a shout out to my man, One Man Show. Okay, as you know, he's our onboarding king. If you're just starting out with SAR or any of our bots, do a coaching session with One Man Show. Do yourself a favor. He's going to help make your life so much easier, so much lower stress. He's so good at helping. He's our, as I said, he's going to help you start up and onboard on any of these bots. He's been with us, and honestly, one of my first friends since starting trading. And so he had an amazing suggestion here, and it's really from support. He's on there every day helping people out, helping people, especially new users. And he noticed that advanced platform settings on both SAR v5 and v5 advanced was separated from the normal bot platform settings, right? You have to scroll down through all the different trend conditions to get there. And you have some really important settings down at the bottom of advanced with advanced platform settings, right? If you're on futures especially, right, you need to be able to choose whether you're on Binance futures, when you're on Bybit or Binance on Wick Hunter, that sort of stuff. And so a lot of guys would have the wrong settings. So he suggested bringing advanced platform settings up. All right, so it brings it higher in the settings menu, makes it a lot easier. Okay, and so that's really what we've done here. Make your advanced bot platform settings up at the top. So everything is there. You set up these different settings, and then you're free to go through. Other than global strategy settings and SAR v5 advanced, that's still at the very top. So you can really quickly, when you're setting up first time, just do that. Okay, and then you can do pair settings. Once you get more advanced, you can start scrolling down to those more advanced settings. Okay, so that's really what it is. Select your bot platform, your email token, select your exchange and advanced bot platform settings. Maybe you have some other things you need, like you want to have Wick Hunter risk settings that are changed with trend. Put in your bot IDs. You're going to scroll down for that to the different trend conditions, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so that's it's there to make onboarding much easier. One Man Show, thank you for this feedback. And anytime One Man Show gives me feedback, I really listen, because it's many users are getting accumulated in his feedback, and he learns what everybody, the pain points. And so yeah, please share in chat with One Man and with me, giving us feedback. We hear you. We're going to make the next version a smoother process for you. Okay, that's the feedback loop that we have. It's very powerful with our users. Okay, that's what STP is all about.